Hi everybody, I hope you're well. Salut tout le monde, j'espère que vous allez bien. I'm lying down today because I've got a bad back because of this crappy medication that I'm taking.
Donc moi je m'allonge parce que j'ai
J'ai mal au dos à cause de ce
médicament de merde que je prenais, because I finished it parce que je l'ai fini. So I've just had a
really interesting
question from Tony Wells, I think that was her name. Je viens de
recevoir une question super intéressante.
And I thought that I'd do a
Response, je pensais que je ferais une réponse. So she, I can honestly, sincerely say this is the
most original question that I've ever received. Sincèrement, je peux vous dire
que c'est la question la plus originale que j'ai jamais reçue.
So she asked, why
Why do so many French people make a sucking noise, a suction noise, occasionally when we breathe and speak in French?
French? Donc pourquoi est-ce que tant
De Français font ce bruit de succion, de sucer
c'est quoi quand on parle, quand on inspire
en français, like that. And she sent me a sample of my video from yesterday. Elle m'a envoyé un échantillon de ma vidéo d'hier to make the point. So I think it was the section where I said, and you know, there you go, I just did it there. I'm bare chested, you know, j'étais torse nu.
And it was something like that.
So there's actually a couple of really useful technical reasons. En fait, il y a plusieurs raisons plutôt techniques, quoi. And seriously, there's something useful for you inside all of this. Donc il y a quelque chose d'utile pour vous là-dedans. So, as I generally say in French, you don't open your mouth in French
At all to the same
amount that you open your mouth when you speak English.
Donc, comme je vous ai dit en français,
On n'ouvre pas le bec, on n'ouvre pas la bouche comme on le fait en anglais. So if you say, hi, my name's Luke, I'm talking to you in English, and I'm kind of like, yeah, you can see my teeth. If you
do the same thing in French. Donc, ouais, salut, je m'appelle
Luc, effectivement, je vais te parler en français, tu vois. Even if you are quite animated, oui, Luc, c'est un plaisir de te voir. You don't have the same degree of teeth.
That you have in
English.
Different accents in English
have a different amount of opening your mouth. Il y a des accents différents en anglais qui ouvrent la bouche différemment, quoi. But generally, in French, your mouth is a lot more closed than you think it needs to be.
En général,
la bouche en français reste plutôt fermée par rapport à ce que vous imaginez.
So, as a result,
then, when you're breathing, you're going to be having your mouth slightly closed. Donc, comme résultat, quand vous respirez, quand vous inspirez, quand vous expirez, vous aurez la bouche plutôt fermée. So you try saying sentences with your mouth a little bit more closed, and you will see how much easier speak English, Luke. Jesus Christ.
Speak English and speak with your mouth slightly more
closed, and you will see how you find it easier. Donc, essayez de parler avec la bouche plus fermée, vous le trouverez plus facile. So, for example, if I said, what could I say? I've just told him, I've just given him the answer, and I hope he's happy. So, if you
Je viens
de lui donner la réponse et j'espère il est content. If you kept your mouth closed, ouais, je viens de lui donner la réponse, j'espère qu'il est. What did I say? Je viens de lui donner la réponse, j'espère. What am I saying? What was even my English? These pills are destroying me. I swear to God. What did I say? I've just given him the
answer. I hope he's happy.
Ouais, je viens de lui donner la réponse, j'espère qu'il est content. So you just keep your mouth more in a closed position.
So as a result,
this position will mean that you will breathe in a slightly odd way. A lot of people actually breathe with their mouth open. Okay. Next idea, and something else quite useful. You keep your
face in this position between words. That's the interesting
thing, and between sentences. Donc, quelque chose d'utile. Effectivement, on maintient cette position entre des mots, entre des phrases. So, this is actually known in language as the schwa. So, it's the noise.
So,
for example, if you said, Luke, what are you doing this weekend? Donc, Luke, qu'est-ce que vous allez faire? Well, what am I going to do? It's Corona lockdown. I'm hardly going to the cinema. So, Luke, qu'est-ce que vous allez faire ce week-end? Oui, alors effectivement, on va rester à la maison parce que, ouais, le gouvernement nous a dit de le faire. So, this schwa position, in French, is the go-to setting for the voice. It's the go-to resting place for your voice when you're not speaking. Okay, c'est là où on se repose quand on ne parle pas. Different languages, different accents have different resting places. Okay, English has different places depending on the accent. Yeah, yeah. Il y a
des positions différentes selon l'accent.
En fonction de l'accent. So, for example, if you were a Scouse, if you were from Liverpool, which a lot of people really find fun as an accent, I don't know. Uh, that would be the resting noise. If you were kind of a little bit more West Coast American and you used a lot of vocal fry, so like a Kardashian, okay, you'd notice that the mouth is quite open and it would remain so between words. So, in other words, don't aim to try and copy this sucking noise, Tony. Ne cherchez pas, enfin, à imiter, à copier ce bruit de succion, but it's actually slightly, it actually tells us about something more useful, to be quite honest with you. And I hope that that is more useful. So, well noticed, it's great that you're listening to that degree. Donc, bravo, donc bien observé, bonne observation. C'est super que vous ayez écouté à ce niveau, but certainly don't try and copy it. Yeah. Another idea as well is we're often quite dismissive and we're often quite socially. There's a weird. People always say, "Oh, the Brits are really uptight and the French are really chilled." Les gens disent souvent qu'effectivement c'est le sang-froid britannique et les Français sont super libertins. That's not the truth. Ça c'est pas la vérité. I can honestly say, with someone who's in both cultures, sincèrement, je peux vous dire comme quelqu'un qui fait partie des deux cultures, that France is a lot more reserved. You know, you dress a certain way in France, you behave a certain way in France. On s'habille d'une certaine manière en France, on se comporte d'une certaine manière en France. You know, so as a result, there's this almost discreet kind of social. Look at her, what's she doing? So, for example, if somebody came out of a bathroom and they had like tissue paper like hanging down from the back of their skirt or something. Donc, si par exemple une femme sortait d'une salle de bain, elle avait le PQ, enfin, son cul de sa jupe, then you'd be like, oh, la honte. There's this kind of like sucky, like, I'm going to keep my mouth closed, quiet kind of a way. There's a little bit of that as well. So the example that you sent me, donc l'exemple que tu m'as envoyé, was I just said, oh gosh, bare-chested, I hope I'm not going to burn. Oh, let's not think about that. So there's also a psychological element inside everything that we're saying. Aussi, il y a un élément psychologique dans tout ce que vous avez dit. So I hope this was useful. So can you all try saying French the bad way? Can you all go, oui, bonjour, je m'appelle Luc et je suis votre professeur de français. And then go, oui, bonjour, je m'appelle Luc. So in other words, you will just see how quickly it goes. Yeah? I can see the sky is blue and I'm really happy. Je peux voir que le ciel est bleu, je suis très content. Oh, j'en suis très content. Je peux voir que le ciel est bleu. The more you have to move your mouth and do all of this kind of stuff, it will just make stuff really difficult.
So go and have a practice.
Keeping your mouth closed.
Honestly, when I work
with people individually, honnêtement, quand je bosse avec des gens face à face, individuellement, I make a lot of people buy a mirror. Okay? Okay? Je leur fais acheter un miroir. And I say, turn your face away from the computer and look at the mirror. Okay? Regardez le miroir. And when they speak, I say, make sure that you are keeping your mouth reasonably closed.
Because then they're like, oui, je voudrais vous parler.
I'm like, no, oui, je voudrais vous parler. It just makes, and the softness in the muscles, okay?
Good. I hope this was useful. I hope my back's better later.
And I will speak to you. I wasn't born with a bad back. I've just been taking this absolutely stupid antibiotic called ciprofloxacin, which is just
vile.
It's just utterly vile. C'est immonde, quoi. Je viens de prendre cet antibiotique qui s'appelle ciprofloxacin.
And seriously, I'm going to absolutely
rip my doctor a new one. Oh my god, it's really messed me up. All right, I will speak to you guys soon. All right, take care, and thank you, Tony, for your interesting question.